Hello, Wild Bunch, our extended season one team. This is a video to talk to you about your role, our expectations, and also some daily tasks and things that you need to learn how to do and learn it very quickly. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, please make sure that you are clocking in under your preseason labor code. Please do not ever use the learn code during this extended season unless specifically uh, told to do so by me. Also, you need to unforward your H&R Block email. Please make that the first thing that you do on your next shift during this extended tax season. Also, we are one team. We will be known as the Wild One team going forward. Everyone working towards our common goal to achieve and exceed our retention target and labor productivity targets on a daily basis. And most of all, everyone contributes. Everyone contributes to all the jobs, all the tasks when you're scheduled. Everyone. No one is outside of participating and contributing in the tasks at hand. How our extended season looks is very different. We need to do it with a sense of urgency. So, although you may think that it's kind of a slow time right now, we can kick back, that couldn't be farther from the truth. We need to constantly be having a sense of urgency, hunting and fishing for those clients on a daily basis, hour by hour, to make sure that we are getting the returns completed that we need. It's all about the client growth and retention, again, with the hunting and fishing mentality. So, hunting in our holds, in the work in progress, and in work center with a sense of urgency daily to meet and exceed our paid returns targets each day that will enable us to hit our labor productivity targets. Fishing, we do this with our campaign calls and converting inbound calls to appointments. And these calls, both inbound and outbound, helped us to fill our funnel and set us up for success. And then Work Center. Many of you have been slow to adopt this, but during this extended season, that will no longer be an option. You need to adopt it immediately. Working from your home center, working from your home page, and checking your messages and secured messaging on a daily basis throughout the day, frequently. So, what's different? Again, our goal is to retain our prior clients through aggressively hunting in our holds and fishing for our clients through our campaign calls and converting out inbound calls to appointments with the focus and intent to set the appointment. The outcome, critically important, to be actively working to fill the funnel for the day and the week ahead to set us up for success. This client growth and retention plus tax pro productivity, meaning paid returns completed each day, from each one of you will be required to complete the daily tasks to exceed our retention targets and achieve our labor productivity targets. Every tax pro is expected to be following all the SOPs: schedule readiness, service quality, work in progress, inbound call quality, calling campaigns, virtual and approve online returns, all SOP policies and procedures, including our tax resolution services and our tax notice services. And office standards. Again, this is an expectation that you are utilizing your work center on every shift throughout your shift, checking it frequently. Everyone is expected to rotate and take turns at the CSP desk for front desk coverage at all times, and the daily call expectations must be met. Everyone contributes to making these calls, confirming appointments, and the hold follow-up calls. And most importantly, on top of all of this, is we will all participate in making sure that our office standards and readiness and cleanliness through housekeeping and the end of day procedures are contributed to by every tax pro daily that's working. Executing schedule readiness. Again, this goes back to Daisy and executing that. And that means managing our conflicts, making sure that there's no appointments outside of yellow space or outside of our open offices. We want to be confirming our appointments and then making sure that we're marking them unable to confirm, where we can see clearly detailed notes in appointment managers showing each time we have reached out to that client. And within a day or two of that appointment, if we're still not able to reach them, we mark it unable to confirm. Pulling appointments forward. whenever we can to improve our daily productivity uh, every day, and reviewing work center messages to ensure that clients receive timely responses. Callback appointments are appointments that cannot be missed or called late. So you need to set alarms to prevent missed callback appointments at the start of your shift, and then checking frequently to see if there's any new callback appointments. And then enter detailed notes in Appointment Manager at the time of the call. No notes, then the call didn't happen, and you don't have a leg to stand on. This is critically important as missed appointments are not allowed, and there's a zero tolerance around that with a service break. Commitment to our common productivity targets to meet daily goals. Everyone needs to be dedicated to delivering the paid returns for all of our clients, meaning new and prior. All of our efforts need to be made to take returns straight to paid whenever possible. And then in regards to scheduling and manage the schedule of our health checks, this is specific to our primary drop-off model and the continuance of our current office situation with social distancing arrangements, and that we're following those precautions and practices. Executing our work in progress and virtual returns. These will be tracked daily for conversions for the WIP reporting. We need to prioritize and organize our work in progress for completion. We'll be assigning all work in progress or all holds to tax levels that meet that certification level for client matching. And then WIP and Work Center follow-up, meaning that you are getting into BlockWorks, into those physical holds in the cabinet, and also in Work Center, making sure that you are capturing detailed notes that tell the story, an accurate story that anyone can look at and read and understand what's happening. We want to prioritize this in the essence of low-hanging fruit. What are the holds that are going to be the easiest to convert to a paid return? A lot of times we'll find these in our CODs, our signature required, or our e-file reject clients in Work Center. And again, ensure that notes are updated in Work Center. And then follow up on all messages, tracking and all pending AOL clients, that is approve online. We're going to be contacting our clients with pending messages. We're going to drive our approve online and our drop-off completions, and then avoid virtual SLAs for proactive follow-up. SLA is, again, a service level agreement, and we don't want it to get into the red. We want to keep it in the green and wow our clients. Speaking of wow, service and calling support. Service quality and that wow factor doesn't go away during our extended season. In fact, it's more important than ever. We have received so many phone calls from our clients with questions during this unprecedented time, and how we conduct ourselves on those calls and when we're answering the phone, as well as serving them in person and remotely, is extremely important. Service quality with the wow factor, providing the world-class service our clients deserve. And then sending thank you notes as a follow-up to all of the clients that completed the surveys and gave us 4s and 5s, and to include the send a friend link asking for the referrals. Our inbound call quality SOP has not gone away. It's just as important, if not more so than ever. We will receive mystery calls on a regular basis to validate that we are following the SOP for the inbound call quality, and they'll also be checking to make sure that we are operating within the primary drop-off model, offering all clients our drop-off services first. And then our calling campaigns. Calling expectations and appointments scheduled to targets, completing calls daily to achieve the expected call and appointment ratio, meaning we have calls to make, and starting right out of the gate, we will have a refreshed calling campaign specifically targeted to the clients that we have not yet served, that have not filed yet, and we want to get them in sooner rather than later. Let's talk about some of the things that we're going to be looking for communication board during this extended season. This is an example of what the district client retention communication will look like. That'll go on our communication boards in our open offices. This will be sent to me and our PSMs, Pam and Patricia, and we will send it out to the offices. Now, this is a view from a district level. It is not by office, but it will be tax pro specific. So make sure that you shine in meeting those targets. Then I've created a Tax Pro tracker that you should start every shift with every day. This daily TP tracker helps us to compile all of these at the end of the day for our daily office tracker, which I'm going to get into. But let's first start looking at what this looks like. Every box should be filled. Every box should be filled. There should not be any empty boxes. If you did 0 on something for the day, then you need to put in a 0, but no box is empty on any trackers. Starting with your name and the date up top, being sure to write down, do you have any callback appointments already scheduled on the books? Write them down so you can set the alarm, and then checking throughout the day, and you can mark these off as you complete them. What are the total hours worked? So you may be scheduled certain hours, but how many hours did you actually work? This is critical in being able to determine whether or not we meet and exceed our labor productivity. How many appointments did you have today? How many returns were completed? Total returns, and of those you might want to mark which ones were specifically prior clients, as it's going to be needed on the next tracker for the office. The number of holds that might have been added to WIP, any drop-offs coming in, virtual or in office. Did you verify, yes or no, your WorkCenter homepage throughout the day and your messages, getting them cleaned up every time you work? The number of campaign calls you made, the number of appointments you set from those campaign calls, the hold follow-up calls, following up on all of our holds in the system from WorkCenter and in our drawers. Did you have any TRS or TNS letters from the IRS clients that we helped, and they all got entered into the system before we did anything? Did you attach any peace of mind, tax identity shield, emerald card, or complete any second looks? And any specific notes that may need to be mentioned so that we have a better idea of what's going on. This is the Daily Tax Pro tracker that you want to start every shift with, and that will be turned in at the end of every shift so that we can compile our daily office tracker. So let's go there now. This is what it looks like, and you'll see there is shades of green. These are the boxes that you want to fill. The grayed out ones are black, you don't need to worry about. And this one here will automatically populate when we put this in. But you see how every box is full. There is no empty box. Starting with your office number, today's date. How many returns did you start today? Of those returns, how many were prior clients that were paid returns? And again, this is looking at that retention view. How many were completed virtually or approved online? Not submitted, but actually completed, signed, and filed. Then tax plus revenue. This is all of the revenue, including any attachments or anything else. What was the total revenue for the office for the day? And again, this is the office tracker, so everyone contributed to the total numbers that are going in here. How many total calling campaign calls were made? How many of those had appointments set? Did everyone verify their client messages, and did we resolve them? Yes or no? And then verify the virtual returns that are outside of SLA. In other words, do you have any virtual returns that are not within inside the SLA? So the yes means you're good. No means no, we have some outside, they're in the red, and we need to get all over them. Work in progress. How many holds or CODs or signatures required were converted today? And again, what was the total hours worked for everyone scheduled in the office that day? The total hours worked, not scheduled, but actually worked. And then how many total returns were taken to paid, which will determine our labor productivity, which we want to be better than 4.0 each day to make sure that we're hitting that number. And then again, for callback appointments as a whole, as an entire office for the day, you might want to notate we had 3 callback appointments, converted 2 of those into scheduled appointments. One's today, the other appointment's on Wednesday. So this is good stuff to make sure that we're putting on here. Notes that needs to be captured for the office, not necessarily Tax Pro specific. That would go on your Tax Pro tracker. So again, every box is filled. There is something in each box. No box is empty. This is the collaboration and contribution of every tax pro working that day that gets put into this office tracker. Then at the end of the day, it gets emailed to me, our PSMs, Patricia and Pam, as well as our regional director, Eric Haas. Every day, everyone working and scheduled that day is accountable to ensure that this tracker gets filled out right and emailed properly before leaving. So let's recap the daily expectations. This has been sent out in our welcome letter. This has been sent out in our game plan. And I just wanted to do the audible one more time. First things first, clock in under preseason labor code always. Please unforward your emails immediately and complete the new tax resolution system, TRS TS21 badge using your preseason labor code. The expectations and productivity is this: strictly follow and embrace all SOPs and policies as directed. You've got to have a sense of urgency with the hunting and fishing mentality. Fishing is growing our new clients and providing the wow factor. Getting our visibility out on a daily basis, making sure people know that we are open and we are here to serve them. And then when the social distancing lifts and we're able to get out and about again, we're going to be wanting to do marketing and local events as well as scheduling tax talks. Utilizing WorkCenter in its full capacity from WIP to messaging, calling campaigns, and utilizing your homepage every day, checking frequently. Working the phones and following our inbound call quality SOP as directed per the 4 steps. Calling clients to confirm appointments and completing daily calling campaigns. No missed appointments. Callback or consultation appointments are appointments all the same. So make sure you're setting the alarm so that we're calling them right when their appointment is scheduled and not after, and entering detailed notes. Working those holes in CODs and digging in, making sure that we're offering our drop off and approve online as part of our primary drop off model. Providing that wow factor so we can continue to exceed our service quality service for our clients, and asking for the referrals at the desk, as well as sending personalized medallia thank you emails with the send a friend link. Offering all products and services, and this includes providing the price estimate before the return, including the Palm and Tiz bundle in that, and then also offering our new clients the free second look, or what I like to say is the free comprehensive review to find money that others missed. Making sure that we're securing the appointment for next year inside of late March and early April in their home office with their primary tax pro, unless the client specifies something differently, and then provide strong notes to substantiate that. All activities require detailed notes on all appointments, calls, holds, etc. Remember, emails, you need to read them daily and follow up for that for region and district communication. And keeping score, completing the daily tracker correctly, emailing to me, Patricia, Pam, and Eric Haas. These are all critical action items and expectations that are non-negotiable. This is what will determine whether we win or fall short, and we are all accountable to each other. So I want to thank you all in advance for our being better together and our one team efforts to win. Thank you.